So today's topic is epithelium. So we can see elaborately about the epithelium. So epi, what is the? It is a Greek word. Epi means upon or outer. Theli means nipple. So the outer part or the outer surface of the body is made up of a special type of cell that is called as epithelium. And this lines all external and internal surfaces of the body. All substances that enter or leave an organ must cross this type of tissue. This is composed of closely aggregated polyhedral cells adhering strongly to one another and to a thin layer of extracellular matrix. So the cell junctions, the plasma membranes are adherent strongly to one another, and they are resting on a extracellular matrix, thin layer of extracellular matrix, and that is called as the basement membrane. So these cells will be resting on a thin layer of basement membrane. So these form cellular sheets that line the cavities of the organs and cover the body. The main functions of the epithelium, as we discussed previously. So the epidermis, it helps in covering, lining and protecting the surfaces. So நம்ம ஸ்கின்னோட அவுட்டர் சர்ஃபேஸ் தான் எபிடர்மிஸ்னு சொல்றோம். ஸோ அது என்ன பண்ணுது? ஈவன் ஃப்ரம் த ரேடியேஷன்ஸ், சன் எக்ஸ்போஷர் ஆர் எனி வியர் அண்ட் டியர் எல்லா பார்ட்ல இருந்துமே இட் இஸ் கவரிங் அண்ட் ப்ரொடெக்டிங் த பாடி. That is done by this epidermis. And absorption. So intestinal, gastrointestinal tract oda luminal surface pathina, it is made up of epithelium, and the main function of those epithelia are absorption. Whatever nutrition is entering after digestion into the intestines, they are absorbing. That is done by this epithelium. And the next one is secretion. So parenchymal cells of the glands. We have numerous exocrine and endocrine glands. Adhula irukka secretions, secretory part are called parenchymal cells, and that is also done by this epithelia. And there are some specific cells which are contractile in nature. So ipa nama sila glands alla sonnom illaya, and the glands la irukka secretions velila kondu varathukku some specific epithelial cells are present, and by the contraction of those epithelial cells, whatever secretion is present inside that acini will be poured into the lumen, and that is done by these myoepithelial cells. So myoepithelial cells oda contraction nala da oru acini acinus is the secreting part in a gland. So அந்த அசினைக்குள்ள இருக்க secretion lumenல வந்து empty ஆகணும்னா that is done by this myoepithelial cells. There are some specific epithelia which are acting as specialized sensory cells. Examples: taste buds, that is also modified epithelium, and also the olfactory epithelium. These are some specified epithelial tissue. So now we are going to classify the epithelium. So we can classify epithelium in two ways. One, based on the shape of the cell. So enna shape la and cell irukko adha poruthu oru classification and arrangement of the cells. So enna madri arrange aayirukku, idu rendu type vechi we are classifying the epithelium. First one is simple epithelium. So only one single layer, an epithelium in which the basement membrane has one cell layer, and that is called as simple epithelium. And the single layer la, depending upon the cell shape, they are named further. Then stratified epithelium, an epithelium with two or more layers of cells. So depending upon the shape of the cells in the outermost layer, they are named further. And see, so based on the shape, squamous epithelium. Squam means very thin. See, this is the squamous epithelium, and simple cuboidal. So simple அப்படிங்கிற வேர்ட்ல இருந்து we can identify that it is made up of a single row. ஒரே ஒரு லேயர் தான் இருக்கு. So simple cuboidal, cubical இருக்கு. ஒரு கியூபோட ஷேப்ல இருந்ததுன்னா that is cuboidal. Then columnar, these are tall cells with elongated nuclei. See, these is the nuclei and இதெல்லாம் membranes and this is the one single cell. So this is simple squamous epithelium. The simple squamous epithelium is identified only by the presence of nucleus. Only that nucleus will produce the surface projection. So these cells are called simple squamous epithelium. And these are simple cuboidal, cubical in shape, and simple columnar epithelium. This is how they are classified based on the shape. Based on the arrangement. So stratified, more than one or two or more than two. Stratified squamous, in the outer layer la enna shape la irukko they are called such. So stratified squamous na ஒரு 2 to 8 layers of cells இருக்கு. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் காலம்னாரா இருக்கு, பேஸ்மெண்ட் மெம்பரேன்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய செல்ஸ் காலம்னாரா இருக்கு. மேல போக போக பாலிஹெட்ரல் செல்ஸ் ஆகுது, தென் கியூபாய்டல் செல்ஸ் ஆகுது. அப்பர் மோஸ்ட் லேயர்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஆல்மோஸ்ட் பிளாட். So this is called stratified squamous epithelium. And the next one is stratified cuboidal epithelium. Stratified, more than 2 layers, cubical. So upper layers எல்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா cuboidal இருக்கு. The next one is stratified columnar epithelium. So upper outermost layer பாத்தீங்கன்னா columnar cells இருக்கு. This is how we are classifying based on the arrangement. So ஒரு different types of epithelium எந்த இடத்துல எல்லாம் இருக்குன்றத பார்ப்போம். Simple squamous, already I told you squamous means very simple, ஒரு very conduction, movement of fluid from one part to another part. So அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு movement of only conduction of fluids, very simple work மட்டும் தான் பண்றது simple squamous epithelium. இது எங்கெல்லாம் இருக்கும்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா lines the blood vessels and the air sacs of the lungs. So it permits exchange of the nutrients and the gases and waste materials. So alveoli la simple squamous epithelium இருக்கும். So அந்த pulmonary venules ல pulmonary arterioles capillaries ல இருக்கக்கூடிய carbon dioxide எடுத்துட்டு oxygen கொடுக்குது. Only exchange of the gases. அந்த ஒரே ஒரு simple function மட்டும் தான் பண்ணுது. And simple cuboidal epithelium, these are lining the kidney tubules and the glands. So this is mainly performing secretion and reabsorption of water in kidney and some small molecules also. Simple columnar epithelium, this lines most of the digestive organs. Mostly all the digestive organs are lined by this columnar epithelium, elongated nuclei and tall cells. Main function is absorption and produces mucus. These have some special cells called goblet cells. With the help of goblet cells, mucus is produced. And stratified squamous epithelium. Stratified, so more than 2 layers, outer layer is squamous. So this is present in the skin and the oral cavity and the vagina. In these parts, the stratified squamous epithelium is present. This protects against abrasion, wear and tear action. எங்க அதிகமா இருக்கு, dust particles எங்க படும், mostly இந்த மாதிரி rubbing action இருக்கக்கூடிய இடத்துல எல்லாம் stratified squamous epithelium இருக்கும். And stratified cuboidal epithelium, these lines the ducts of sweat glands. And the main function is secretes water and the ions. Stratified columnar epithelium, this is specifically present in the epididymis, mammary glands and the larynx. And the main function is secretes mucus, because in the stratified columnar epithelium la da goblet cells oda presence irukum. The goblet cells are very helpful for the secretion of mucus. இப்போ இதுல stratified squamous epithelium, this is the commonest of all the 3 types of epithelium. stratified squamous. இந்த stratified squamousலயே ரெண்டு டைப் இருக்கு. stratified squamous keratinized epithelium, stratified squamous non keratinized epithelium. இப்ப stratified-ஆ எதுக்காக டிஷ்யூ இருக்கணும்? ஏன் சிம்பிளாவே இருக்க கூடாது? Because wear and tear action இருக்கு and continuous renewal of cells எங்கெல்லாம் தேவைப்படுதோ அங்கெல்லாம் stratification present ஆயிருக்கும். That means what? நிறைய லேயர்ஸ்ல அரேஞ்ச் ஆயிருக்கு செல்ஸ். இந்த பேசல் லேயர்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய செல்ஸ் எல்லாம் என்ன பண்ணோம்னா கண்டினியூஸா நியூ செல்ஸ் ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணிக்கிட்டே இருக்கும். Then these newly formed cells will move to the upper layers. மேல மேல போயிட்டே இருக்கும் preceding layersல போகும்போது they will become dead cells and they will be shed off into the cavity. Again new cells will be produced from the basal layer. So continuous renewal of cells எங்கெல்லாம் தேவைப்படுதோ அங்கெல்லாம் stratified cells present ஆகும். அதுலயுமே ரெண்டு டைப்ஸ் இருக்குன்னு சொன்னோம். squamous keratinized epithelium, squamous non keratinized epithelium. These keratinized epithelia, see these are the keratin filaments present on the stratified epithelium and this covers the body surface. Mainly this protects the underlying tissue from excess water loss, dehydration, microbial invasion. இது ரெண்டுல இருந்தும் prevent பண்றதுதான் இந்த keratinized layer ஓட function. And mainly skin, the epidermis is made up of stratified squamous keratinized epithelium. This non-keratinized epithelium is present in the vagina and most parts of the oral cavity and upper part of the esophagus. So keratinized and non-keratinized ரெண்டுக்கும் என்ன டிஃபரன்ஸ்? எதனால keratinized-ஆ இருக்கு இந்த இடம்? Main difference is absorption, excess this water loss prevention. அதாவது the keratinized epithelia are impermeable to water, whereas non-keratinized epithelia are permeable to water. இது ரெண்டு தான் difference between the keratinized and non-keratinized epithelium. Pseudo stratified epithelia. What do you mean by pseudo? Pseudo means false. Stratified. Stratified மாதிரி இருக்கு, but it is only a single layer. பாக்குறதுக்கு நிறைய லேயர் ஆஃப் செல்ஸ் இருக்க மாதிரி இருக்கு. ஸ்ட்ராட்டிஃபைடா more than 2 layers இருக்க மாதிரி இருக்கு, but it is really single layer. So இது எப்படி நம்ம டிஃபைன் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, all the cells attached to the basal lamina. எல்லா செல்ஸ்மே basal membrane ஓட அட்டாச் ஆயிருக்கும், but not all extend to the free epithelial surface. See here, these are the cells. So one columnar cell and the next columnar cell, and this is a goblet cell, and see in the middle we have two cells starting from the basal lamina. These two cells are attached to the basal membrane, but they are not extending into the lamina, external surface or the lumen. So when we see from this view, we could see nuclei arranged in different rows, but the cells are arranged in a single layer. Pseudo stratified. இது எதுக்காக present ஆயிருக்குன்னா, these appear to be thick and appear to have several cell layers. All cells attached to the basal lamina, but not all extend to the pre-epithelial surface. The cells are not stratified, but only the nuclei are stratified. These pseudo-stratified cells are present in the respiratory tract, upper respiratory tract, and the male reproductive tract. These have specialized cells in between called goblet cells, which are secreting mucus. And next one is transitional epithelium, which is otherwise called as urothelium. This is also a special type of epithelium, and this is found only in the lining of the urinary system. It is stratified. More than 2 layers are present with large rounded cells on the surface, and these are called dome shaped cells or umbrella shaped cells, which are near the surface. And sometimes they may be anucleated or binucleated. In umbrella shaped surface la irukkudiya indha cells ella pathina சம்டைம்ஸ் பைநியூக்ளியேட்டடா இருக்கும், சம்டைம்ஸ் ஏ நியூக்ளியேட்டடா கூட இருக்கும். இது எதுக்காக பிரசன்ட் ஆயிருக்குன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, இட் இஸ் நாட் very permeable to salts and water. So the urinary tubules are containing the excretory product urine within it. So and the contents எல்லாம் permeable ஆகாம இருக்கிறதுக்காக the special type of epithelium is present, and it acts as an osmotic barrier between the urine and the tissues. The transitional epithelium is better barrier than the epidermis. So when, for example, urinary bladder when the urinary bladder is in resting condition, all these stratifications could be seen. So basement membrane la irundhu upper layer of stratifications ellame theriyum. When it is filled with urine, more and more quantity of urine is filling into it, means it is more stretchable. This special type of epithelium gives stretching nature to that particular organ. So evlo thinnest layer kuda it can be stretched out. In the renal calyces, 2 cell layers of urothelium is present, and in the ureters, urethra, and in the urinary bladder. See, in the urinary bladder up to 6 cell layers are present. So main function is it is not permeable to salts and water, and it can be stretched to any extent inside the urinary bladder, and it acts as an osmotic barrier between the urine and the tissues. This is otherwise called as urothelium, specifically present only inside the urine conducting tubules, and it is a better barrier than the epidermis. And till now we have discussed different types of the epithelium present in the body, and these epithelia are resting on an extracellular layer which is made up of specialized proteins, and that is called as basement membrane. This basement membrane is usually made up of 2 layers, basal lamina and a more fibrous reticular lamina. All these epithelia are avascular. In the epithelial cells edhiliyume vascular blood vessels kedaiyadhu. Then how these are getting blood supply? From this basal membrane, and this basal membrane is rich in blood supply and nerve supply. All the epithelial cells are contains many nerve endings. Nerve endings are more inside the epithelia, but it is avascular, and they are getting the nutrition and the blood supply from this basal lamina, and it is of 2 types, basal lamina and the reticular lamina. Idhula da connective tissue oda role present aayirukku, and with the help of a special type of cell called desmosomes, these epithelia are connected to this basement membrane. In case of diabetes mellitus, the basement membrane of small blood vessels, especially in retina and the kidney, thickens. Because of the more number of collagen production and fibrin production, the basement membrane becomes thick. And the intercellular junctions. So these intercellular junctions are well developed in epithelia and consist of 3 major types with different functions. See, ஒரு செல்லுக்கும் இன்னொரு செல்லுக்கும் இருக்கக்கூடிய junction, we have 3 different types of junctions. என்னெல்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா, number 1 tight junctions, adherent junction, and gap junctions. The tight junctions என்ன பண்ணும்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, apical surfaces, so top layers-ல permeability-ய prevent பண்றதுக்காக present ஆயிருக்கக்கூடிய junction தான் இந்த tight junctions. And adherent junctions-ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா, with the help of 2 types, desmosomes and hemidesmosomes. So desmosomes பாத்தீங்கன்னா conduction from one cell to the another cell. Hemidesmosomes-ங்கிறது என்னன்னா, the epithelia, see, these are the hemidesmosomes. So epithelia is getting attached to the basement membrane with the help of these hemidesmosomes. So adu kuda anchor பண்றதுக்காக help பண்றதா இந்த hemidesmosomes. And the gap junctions are for the conduction of ions between the cells. So in the mari different types of intercellular junctions there is conduction of any secretion or conduction of signals is carried out by these type of cell junctions. And domains, apical domains of epithelial cells. So or epithelium, this is a single epithelial cell. Idoda modifications at the luminal surface. Apex is called a luminal surface. At the superior border la irukkudiya sila modifications enna parunga. Microvilli. See, this is a microvilli. Small membrane projections with pores of acting filaments. இது எதுக்காக present ஆயிருக்கு? To increase the surface area for the absorption. So main எங்கெல்லாம் absorption ஓட surface area increase பண்ணணுமோ அங்கெல்லாம் some small membrane projections present ஆயிருக்கதா microvilli, and these are called striate borders in case of intestines and brush border cells in case of kidneys. இது ரெண்டு இடத்துலயும் microvilli present ஆயிருக்கு. And the next type is stereocilia, which is long microvilli with a specialized mechanosensory function in the cells of the inner ear and for absorption in tissues of male reproductive tract. The microvilli, stereocilia, these two are more or less the same. See, these are the stereocilia present in the epididymis. Both the cells, both the structures are present to increase the surface area. That is the main function of these two. But when compared to the microvilli, the stereocilia will be long and it will be sometimes branched. And microvilli, when we see the microvilli, that will be numerous in number from the surface. And this is present in the male reproductive tract and the inner ear cells. Cilia, these are larger projecting structures within the well-organized core of microtubules. The microtubules kulla eppadi arrange aayirukonu pathina, and the filaments 9+2 arrangement, 9+2 arrange aayirukku, and these are called axonemes. The cilia oda function என்னன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா propel the material along an epithelial surface. So cilia மட்டும் தான் motility கொடுக்கும். And these microvilli and stereocilia are for absorption, increasing the surface area for absorption. Cilia, all the organs, when inside the embryo, when the fetus is formed, all the organs during its formation, they will be having cilia. Those are called nodal cilia. So inside the embryo, we have primitive node, and the primitive node la irundhu da ஒரு structure develop ஆயிட்டு they will be migrating to their original adult position. So அந்த migrationக்கு help பண்ற structureக்கு பேரு nodal cilia. Nodal cilia எல்லா organsலயுமே இருக்கும். That is responsible for migration of the particular organ to its adult position. So in adults la cilia oda exceptionally more than one in number. அது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா nodal cilia will be single. In the hair-like projections will be more in number. Interior of the lumen la present ஆயிருக்கும். இதோட main function என்ன? Movement of the structures on the luminal surface. So this is mainly in the principal bronchus. Principal bronchus la any foreign particle entering into the respiratory tract, this cilia will trap those organisms and will have a beat movement, which will cause the foreign body to move away from the lumen. That is the function of cilia. Then different parts of epithelia. So it is having a superior border, which is called apical border, inferior border, which is called basal border, or we can say it as apical polar and the basal polar, and it is having lateral domain. These are the lateral borders of a cell. And from this apical domain only we have different projections as microvilli or stereocilia or any kind of ciliary action. So ciliary action the main என்னன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா movement of any material inside that particular organ. And basal part la pathina with the help of hemidesmosomes they are attached to the basement membrane. And lateral borders la we have different types of junctions for cell adhesion, for contact, and also for cell communication. Coming to the clinical anatomy, some epithelial cells are prone to abnormal growth or dysplasia which can progress to precancerous growth which is called as neoplasia. Epitheliatoda abnormal growth that is called as neoplasia, but that is precancerous. Early neoplastic growth is often reversible and does not always result in cancer. So neoplasm cancer ada maarnundra avasiyam illai. Under certain abnormal conditions, one type of epithelial tissue may undergo transformation into another type, and that process is called metaplasia. So or epithelium, for example, columnar epithelium in heavy smokers pathina the ciliated pseudostratified epithelium lining the bronchi can be transformed into stratified squamous epithelium, and but that is reversible only, and this is called as metaplasia. So one type of epithelium another type of maarnichna that is called as metaplasia. Malignant tumors of epithelial origin are called carcinomas, and there is a special syndrome called carcinogenous syndrome which is consequence of failure of the ciliary action. So I told you cilia is responsible for movement inside the organ. So ஏதாவது ஒரு structure ஓட movement இருக்கணும் அப்படினா that is done by the cilia. When that is failed, there may be group of symptoms. This may be due to molecular defect in the dynein component. So cilia குள்ள நான் சொன்ன axonine ஒரு arrangement of microtubules இருக்கு. So அந்த microtubules குள்ள ஒரு particular protein இருக்கு, and that is called as dynein. அந்த dynein ஓட deficiencyனால this may be caused. So failure of the ciliary action. It can be of bronchiectasis, sinusitis. So wherever ciliary action is there, that will not be done. So even dextrocardia. What is this dextrocardia? Because of the absence of nodal cilia, they become immotile or absent. So nodal flow does not occur. That means migration of the structures. So primitive node la ஒரு இடத்துல இருந்து form ஆன structures cannot move to the extent farmost places. This lead to a condition called situs inversus. So அந்தந்த adult positionக்கு போகாம எல்லாமே மாறி இருக்கலாம். One such condition is called dextrocardia. Usually the apex of the heart is present on the left fifth intercostal space. If it is towards the right, then it is called dextrocardia. To the right side, the apex of the heart is presented. Then infertility. So why infertility? Inside the lining of fallopian tube, we have ciliary epithelium. So cilia is for the movement of ovum. It conducts ova from the ovum to the uterine cavity. So this conduction is not done because of the absence of cilia or immotile cilia. So infertility is resulted, and this combination of symptoms is called Cortegrenus syndrome. The major function in many epithelial cells is synthesis and secretion of specialized products. Organs composed primarily of such epithelia are called glands, and the structure and different types of glands can be discussed in a different session. I'm winding up here. If you have any doubts, we can discuss now. Thank you.